Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. I hope you're having a great day. So today I thought I'd show you how I colour grade my motovlog footage. I've had a few messages asking me what program do I use, and do I change the colours, do I do anything to the footage other than just cut it when I need to. So I thought, seeing as it's snowing outside and I can't be out riding really, I thought I'd put a little video together showing you what I do, or well, really telling you what I do. So the first thing I do to any footage that I have is I correct the wide angle on it. The way I've got my Sony X1000V fitted to the helmet, you can see a little bit of the helmet in the footage, and that's something I've never really been keen on. I love the look of the GoPro on the chin, but unfortunately because I use a modular helmet it's not really practical for me. So that's why I went and bought the Sony, so I could have it on the outside of my helmet. So the first thing I do, I add just enough correction to the distortion to get rid of the helmet. I don't fully get rid of the distortion because that's not something that really bothers me, and it also degrades the quality a fair bit as well. I do it just enough so the helmet isn't in view, so I'll do that now. Right, so the next thing that I do after I've corrected the distortion or just removed the helmet from the footage, I set a white and black point. What I do, I go to the sliders in Final Cut Pro X, and I move either the shadows or the whites, I move them either down or up until a black point in the footage, for example my glove or a dial on the bike, until that is completely black. Then I do exactly the same with the whites. Find a part of the footage that has some strong white in it, like either a strong cloud or a strong reflection on the bike, and then I move the white point until that what is supposed to be white is white. Straight away after that I add a little bit of contrast, just to boost the saturation slightly, and then the blacks and the whites. Once I've done that, I add an orange and teal filter to the video. The orange and teal, what it does in the shadows, it puts a little bit of blue in the shadows and a very slight tint on the whites. It's something that I just really like it. I do it on a lot of the work that I have to do for people. I add a strong orange and teal filter. When you put it on strong, it gives a very cinematic effect. Obviously in motovlog footage you don't want cinematic effect. I just like the tints that it gives to the shadows and to the highlights. It's only a minuscule sort of difference when you're looking at daytime footage, but when you put it on nighttime footage it really enhances that the nighttime effect that you get. After that, because of the way that my camera is angled, it is metering on the road, so generally the skies or anything above my windscreen, or say the top third of the video, it's slightly overexposed or it's slightly bright because the camera is making everything a little bit brighter. So I add a graduated filter coming from the sky, from the top of the video, down about a third of the page, just to make the top of the video a little bit darker, just trying to match what's in the centre and what's at the bottom. And so as I go along doing this, I'll make these changes in the footage so you can see, and then once I'm done I will carry on playing the video, and what I'll do, I'll split it into two parts. So I'll have the left and the right showing the original footage and the graded footage, and then I'll do it top and bottom, and then keep switching through for a few minutes. And the only thing in the original footage that is going to have been changed is the distortion. I don't like that in any of my videos, and I try to keep it out as much as possible, so it's always the first thing I do whether I grade the footage or whether I don't, so that's just going to be on there anyway. So yeah, once I've got a few of the colours roughly how I want, I'm going to go to sharpening, because I have the lowest sharpening setting on the Sony and I have the same on the GoPro, and I add a tiny little bit of sharpening just to give it a bit of edge. The fact that I'm generally editing 1080p and correcting it slightly, you do lose quality, so I have to add the sharpening. When I shoot in 4K and correct the distortion, no sharpening, I don't need to add any sharpening at all, just because that footage is so crisp, it's unreal. Right, so everything I've just mentioned in Final Cut Pro X on the Mac, I have a 2 or 3 second long video that I have saved in the library, and I have all these settings preset on that video. So when I import a video into Final Cut Pro and I'm ready to edit, I literally just copy the settings from that, go to the new footage, press Control and Paste or Control and V, which pastes all the settings on. Then the only thing that I need to change is a white and black point, which takes about 2 or 3 seconds. So in theory, all this editing and the colour grading and everything I add onto it, it takes me no time at all. I've set it up previously, and so every time I put new footage in, I literally just paste it on. The same goes for my audio, how I compress the audio and everything else that I do to it regarding the exhaust and the vocals and getting the EQ right and making sure the volume's somewhat correct. I have preset this up on a few second sample that's already in my library, which I've spent time on, I've done already. So every time I put a new video in, I literally go, if I've got nighttime footage, I go to the small nighttime clip I've got, copy and paste the settings onto the new video. Same goes for daytime footage. If I'm using a GoPro as well, I have slightly different editing for that, because that edits slightly different to how the Sony does. And the same with the audio, I've got a small clip for exhaust and a small clip for vocal. And then yeah, that's it. That's how I colour grade footage. So what I'll do, I'll just leave it here like this, and like I said, on the left and the right, and it'll be labelled. I'll show you which one's which is the graded, which is not. It might not be to everyone's taste, and some people can't be bothered to do it, some people don't know how to do it, others just really don't want to. They're happy with the footage how it is, they just want to get it up and on there. But me personally, I like to spend these few minutes just on the footage, getting it to look how I want it to look. So yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget, if you did, to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. If you want to see any more of the videos, click on channel and clip videos, and they're all there. Right, take care all, have a good day and ride safe.